So if you're ready for your next open mic person, let me hear you say yeah. Make some noise, y'all, for Nate Evans Jr.
So my name is Nate Evans Jr. I'm a best-selling author, inspirational speaker. Hey, yeah, get with me, because I know how to do this thing. So I travel the country speaking mostly in schools and colleges, high schools and colleges, sometimes middle schools, but I talk about mental health, resilience, a lot of things we touched on tonight, and it's beautiful, and it really spoke to me. Like, I had something I want to say when I first got here, but the Spirit just, took me somewhere else, and it's like a heavy presence in this room, y'all. And the first thing I want to say, I'm going to be brief, too. I'm not going to take too much time, right? First thing I want to say is this. Never give up on your dream because somebody's waiting on what you're building. Lewis, I remember years ago going to Voices in Power when it wasn't in a space like this. Years ago, when I had first met you, I was out there with a few friends, and to see where it's at now. Now it's a place in the hub, right? Yeah, give them some love for that. Give them some real love for that. So check this. Now, this is the space in the hub for artists. This is your home. Simply because he didn't give up on his dream. It's the same for you. All of these first-time people coming up on stage, it's going to be challenging. You're going to be shaken, right? But don't give up on your dream because somebody is waiting on what you're building, right? When you look back, you'll be able to connect the dots because that's how my life played out, right? I went to 9 different schools from first grade to high school. I'm a first-generation high school graduate, first-generation college graduate, right? I went to 5 different colleges. Now, I'm not telling you to do that. That's my journey, right? 5 different colleges. I battled with mental health issues, suicidal ideations, all of these things. But as I look back at the journey and I connect the dots, it makes so much sense now. Why I had to go through these things. Why the trials, why the adversity. It helped me to build character, y'all. And it's going to be the same for you. As artists, as creatives, whatever you do, you put your soul into that. That's you. My books, the bestsellers, when I'm out there speaking, that's my story. That's my pain. And now it allows me to impact and inspire others. So it's the same for y'all. When you come up here, I know you're nervous, but here's a quick trick, right? Here's a quick trick. You have to realize this. Your art, the things you create, the things you do, it's about you. My story, when I go to these schools and speak, these nonprofits, these corporate businesses, when I go out and speak, when I write my books, my story is about me, but it's not for me. You feel me? It's about me. And that's why we're personal about our art, right? That's why we're sensitive about our stuff, right? Because it's about you, but it's not for you. It's for somebody else. When you come up here, when you sing, when you do your piece, that's blessing and encouraging somebody else in the audience. And I realized this too, in regards to pain. And I'm so glad you touched on that topic of mental health, especially for black men, or just men in general, because it's one of those things where it's a stigma. For me, I was afraid to talk about it, right? I grew up in a time where, or in a community where you couldn't talk about it because you can be bullied, you can be disrespected, and nobody really wanted to hear it anyway. So I didn't know how to interpret it, and I really didn't even understand mental health until I got to college. And I realized, something's off. I had just lost my grandpapa, I had a full ride scholarship. I left school after the first semester, forfeited everything. Came back home, and I kept repeating the cycle over and over because I was running from my pain, running from my traumas. And it wasn't until I decided to seek and get my own healing that everything changed for me. It's like God lined everything up, like, look, turn around and look at the path that I created for you. Now you can go out here and be relevant in the places I need you to be relevant and impact the people I need you to impact. It's the same for y'all. If you don't transform your pain, You just transmit it to somebody else. So when you're up here, give us all of you. You might stumble over your words. You might need to read out your notebook, out your iPad. It is what it is. But give us all of you, because that's what makes you unique. We're in a room full of artists. Everybody is unique. You all have your own lane. And that's the power in it, y'all. So again, don't give up on your dream, because somebody's waiting on what you are building. When I have young men come to me and tell me, oh, your story saved my life, I was thinking about committing suicide. Imagine if I would have gave up when I was writing a book. Which is wild, because I thought about it. While I was writing my first book, my laptop broke, and I wrote the whole thing on the iPad mini that was cracked. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know how to format a book, anything. But I put it out there, and then I learned, and I kept growing, and I learned, and I kept growing, and now it's a bestseller, and now I'm traveling the country, and now I'm speaking in the UK, and now I'm speaking in Canada. And that's not to boast. That's not to boast. But it's to let you know that this journey isn't going to be easy. And for some of you, this is your start right here. So come up here and give every single thing that you have. We're here to receive it with love. We need more love in this world. We need more light in this world. And the last thing I'll say is this, before I get off the stage. Your pain, that pain that each and every one of you are going to transform, starting right now, that pain is now the socket. Right, listen to me. It's the socket where you're going to plug that light in to light up any dark room. That stuff that used to haunt me, that pain, that trauma, those ideations, man, that's my superpower now. It makes me unique. It allows me to go out and make an impact. So don't stress about your pain. Think about how you're going to use it and express gratitude for having it. So that's my time. I'm Nate. You can follow me at Nate Evans Jr. And I appreciate my brother Lewis right here. Y'all make some noise for him, man, because he created a space for all of y'all to come up here and be creative. So I appreciate y'all time. Thank you.